Taking my time to go through all the distractions. Taking my time to go through all the realizations and through all the space and the time, and as I continue to do my thing, understand, this is reaction, and through the mirror, looking through into the reflection, all those times as I continue to keep on doing my lines. Definitely gotta continue to keep on putting my music in rotation as I ultimately put this into the limelight. Man, I'm ultimately reminiscing for all those times that I ultimately had definitely came through to, as I ultimately had done to make sure that I'm supposed to be learning too, and definitely continuing to keep on contribution and definitely have to stay focused on my legendary contribution. But if I can ultimately just do one thing for certain, I will definitely take my time to ultimately be recalling all those great moments and all those great times and all those great finds and all those great lines that I ultimately took the time to put that into my rhymes, and then I did to ultimately put those in my beat times. Then when I was calculating all those beat lines, ultimately counting all down to the timelines when I ultimately had done my time. It would took 13 years for me to realize my time, man, and all those other times too.
Hey, listen!
And all those other times too. Because I remember those first times too, when I was making my freaking first beats too. I remember the days when my beats were freaking garbage, and I had to take my time to ultimately do my thing to realize that my sound was definitely not a carnage. I ultimately had to realize what was that outrage. Yo, 13 years, yo. Yo, 13 years, yo. Yo, 13 years, yo. I put my fam through 13 years trying to get through and conquer my mental medicine. Man, what does it mean to be a mental menace? So I ultimately had to see without to being the freaking Nelson man, or to possibly be man, or even Nelson man, or freaking man in Nelson. I'm not no man Nelson. Definitely not no Nelson. I'm telling you right now, because I had a friend named Nelson. Yo, he was such a good friend too. I wonder how he's doing. But it's okay, because I ultimately have to continue to keep on with the keeping on and continue to keep creating. Man, I have so many friends that I know that I'm supposed to be thinking. But I only have a certain few too who has my tribesmen. And then as I know who's my soul tribe, I have to keep them close to my heart because of all the hearts of hearts, without definitely realizing, because they're not gonna fall apart. Definitely know, because each and every single station understand the mason and alter the realization for all the racing, and through each and every single time in the facing, yo, through each and every single freaking space and timing, yo, I'm counting my eggs and I'm ultimately planning what I'm supposed to be ultimately freaking here doing. I have to say, yo, rest in peace to all my friends who are freaking missing, because I'm missing them too. And I remember those days when I was there too. Like I said, it was 13 years that I put my fam through, the freaking mental illnesses that I have to fight through. Yo, I'm telling you right now that I have to vouch for, because everybody has something to ultimately say for. So I'm ultimately going forward for something, and I'm going toward this ultimate realization for more. That I have an ultimate life to give and more. Yo, I have a whole lot of love to give and more. So this is for all of y'all that I say for more. Yo, we're out here to ultimately become more. Rock with me, yo. Much love.